Oh, hey, I didn't see you there. Well, welcome to Camp River Glen. Today we'll be taking you on a tour of the site so you can learn it better for when you're up here with kids. So follow me. This is the first stop on the tour. This is right before we cross over the bridge. You can see the bridge there, stop sign here. To the right and left of me, you'll see two parking lots. So this is the main parking lot right here. And then on my right is a smaller parking lot where emergency evacuation vehicles and the mountain bike rotation will be located here. If you're driving into camp, this is as far as you should drive. You should be parking in one of these two lots when you drive here. And always remember, in the forest, we park tail in. So when you park, make sure you don't go head in, you go tail in. So we've just crossed over the bridge. You can see it behind me. The bridge is one of the boundaries to the campsite, so you should make sure that you're never crossing the bridge and the kids and yourself aren't really playing there unless you're going over to mountain biking or in case for some reason you need to go to the parking lot. To the left of me, there's going to be a giant pond. The pond is a really attractive place for kids to go. However, we want to make sure that they're always supervised and not there just to play around and jump in the water. So if kids are ever here, please make sure that you're with them. And really, you should keep them away as much as possible. Further to my left is our pump house. The pump house is vital to our operations because that's where we pump the water out of the ground. It also stores a lot of chemicals. So we ask that you keep your kids and yourself away from the area. General rule of thumb, if you see a white door, that means you shouldn't be going in it. So throughout the campsite, any door that's closed, please stay out. So just after the pump house, you'll find rec. Right here, it's a giant volleyball court, sand court. This is also where you can crush kids' dreams if you want.
Got it. So let's go ahead and continue our tour and head over to the cabins. So this is a pretty stereotypical cabin at camp. This is cabin 1. Let's take a look. Every cabin on the outside has a sink where you can brush your teeth. And then inside you have a BIFFY with a toilet and a shower. And then further inside you have 12 bunks that are built in. And in every single cabin there's a little hook right here where you can hang a lantern. And all the cabins are open air, so there's no windows, no doors, you can just walk in and out. So when you're walking through camp, it's really important to stay on the marked trails. Every trail is marked with either logs or, as you can see over here, a bunch of different rocks. Trails sort of crisscross camp. The trail that we're on right now is called Lower Trail. It's the big, wide one at the bottom of camp. But the different trails are smaller. This one will go up to Middle Trail. So let's head down Lower Trail to Arts and Crafts. Now we're over here at Arts and Crafts. We have a few picnic tables and a cabinet with supplies where the arts and crafts specialists can run rotations teaching all sorts of different crafts like woodsy bling, yarn necklaces, tiger's eyes, and monkey's fists.
Oh, hey, Blitzen, good to see you there.
Hey.
I made you some woodsy bling.
Oh, thanks. This is so cool. I think I'm going to stay here and make woodsy bling for the rest of the day.
Great.
See ya.
All right, so here we have Campfire. You'll notice that we have a water fountain here, so feel free to use that. This area can be used for any type of programming that you need. Just please do not stand or jump on these logs. Whenever the fire is in use, please be careful. And notice the propane tank, only staff is allowed to use that, so please stay away from that. All right, so we've made it down Lower Trail all the way to archery. Just know that during your week, there'll be a barrier right here. Wait there whenever you get here for archery specialists. You'll also notice we've made it to the ends of camp and the river is right here to my left. Please treat that as the border like we mentioned before. Oh, hey, Woody, good to see you there.
Oh, hey,
Blitzes. So you'll notice this little clearing area before you hit archery. This is where our holding tanks are. Now, this is where all the BIFFYs lead to. If you ever are passing by here and you see it overflowing, don't freak out. Just let L-Ship or staff know and we'll take care of it. So now we've made it to 6-stall BIFFY. It's exactly what it sounds like. 6 BIFFYs, perfect for use in between rotations if you're at Campfire or if you're just really gotta go. It's loaded with sinks on both sides, and this is also one of your duties. And now we've made it to cabin 16 and 17, also known as the crow's nest up here at camp. This is where a unicorn will be sleeping. It's just like any other cabin, it's just really creepy. You made it to lineup, welcome. This is the area where you'll be meeting every day for every meal with your units. Also, notice the white doors up here, treat them like you would any other. So, we've made it to the lodge now. You'll notice to my right is the dish pit. This is where all dish duties will be performed. To my left is the volunteer BIFFY. I know it's a white door, but the first 2 stalls are allowed to be used by volunteers, and the last stall is for kitchen staff only. The door directly next to it is the laundry room. It holds a lot of chemicals and other cleaning supplies that we need, so only unicorn and case staff can use that. In between is the sinks that you can use to wash your hands in between meals. So it's very important when here at the lodge to follow all the directions. To my right, we have near door. Here we have middle door, and on the opposite side, we have far door. Now, this will be the general eating area, and right past the lodge, you will see the dumpsters. So, now that we've shown you the west side of camp, we're gonna go ahead and take you through the east side. You've seen our Jedi Circle, and feel free to use that area for any back pocket programming, meditation, or just places to hang out with your unit. To my left, we have the pool. You'll also notice the pool pump room. This is an area that holds a lot of chemicals, so please stay out of it. But we also use it to store misbehaving campers. So you'll notice right in between the lodge and the pool is our water refill station. It's a great place to stop by on your way to your next rotation, refill your canteens, and stay hydrated. So this is our pool BIFFY. You'll be using this BIFFY during pool rotation, when you're at the lodge for meals, or if you're just passing through. And right next to it is our pool entrance. You should only really be inside the pool with a pool specialist and make sure that the gate is always closed.
Thanks, Woody. So now let's go ahead and follow me to our next stop. And just across the pool are our staff cabins. This is where staff lives for the summer. So be careful around that. You should have almost no reason to go into staff cabins, but if it is an emergency, that's where staff will be at nighttime. And then if you have a medical emergency or need any medical help, let's go head over to the health center. And this door right here is the entrance to our health center. If you have any health related questions, need the medical personnel or anything, go ahead and come in here. If the medical personnel is not here, they should be able to be reached on the radio. And the cabin right behind here is where the medical personnel sleep. And this big building behind me is the shop. That's where we keep all sorts of different chemicals and equipment and supplies and machines. You should almost have no reason to go in there. Staff and Unicorn are the only groups that should ever have a reason to go into the shop. And as you can see on the hill to my left is a cabin. It's called Long Cabin. It has 2 entrances, 1 on each side. And the cabin is split in half for basically 2 different cabins. Climb stays there a lot, but it can be used for different reasons for different sessions. And behind me is also where Climb spends a lot of time. This is our Alpine Tower. This is where you go for your Alpine rotation. Anytime that you're on the Alpine Tower is going to be when there's an Alpine supervisor and Alpine specialist here belaying you. As you can see right now, on the very base of the tower are wooden boards that are covering up any of the footholds, so you can't get up onto the tower when no one's supervising. And this right here is the Alpine BIFFY. It's a great choice to use when you're using the Alpine Tower. It's a little far from most other things though, but it does have hot showers in it. So if you want a hot shower, this is the place to come. And now we're at the very edge of our campsite. These are 2 enclosed sail cabins, as we call them. The very end of the campsite, just beyond that cabin is where River Glen ends. So don't go beyond there unless you're in a hiking rotation and going on a guided hike. And just another note about the propane tanks you'll see all across the site. Stay away from them. They all basically look the same.
Oh, hey, I didn't see you there. Well, thanks for joining us on our tour of River Glen. Hope you had as much fun as we did. Bye.